everyone, it is your girl Catherine. My voice is feeling the effects of 4 days in Vegas at a business conference, networking my butt off, but that is not gonna stop me from making videos. Coming up on the new year, I just feel like I'm in such a reflective place. And for a lot of you, you've actually been here with me since I was in high school. Like you've been with me for 4+ years, back when I was not Katherout and I had a much worse channel name. You've probably seen a little bit of how I've changed over the years, but I seriously want to reflect on like what college does for young adults. A lot of people ask like, why is college worth it? Why can't you just go out into the real world and not go on to higher education? But I genuinely feel like there are such key things I learned in college that I just would not have gained otherwise. Starting with before college, if there was someone I wanted to meet and someone I thought was really incredible, I would never make any effort to make that meeting happen. Like if I knew someone that graduated from my high school 3 years before me and they were interning at Airbnb or something really cool and I really wanted to be where they were, I would never like message them. I would never like cold message them and just reach out to them. And in college, I got so good at that. I think in part it's because I'm a business major and that's just kind of what you do. But in college, I got really comfortable with just sending messages on LinkedIn to people like, I want to be where you are. I think what you're doing is really incredible. Do you have 25 minutes so I can ask you some questions? Or I would ask them if we could grab a cup of coffee. Or I'd ask if they could look over my application to some program. Or even if it wasn't like job or career related, I kind of let go of all of the embarrassment and like self-consciousness of, do I want to reach out to that person? Are they gonna care? And I just did it. Everyone kept telling me in college, like, take advantage of the student card. Yes, take advantage of it for those discounts at J. Crew and the cheaper movie tickets by like $1. But also, this is a time in your life where people are gonna want to mentor you. They're gonna want to provide advice to you and help you see what the real world is like. And after college, anytime you ask someone for help, they're just gonna think you want a job and nothing else, and you don't want that connection. So college made me feel okay reaching out. Also, college made me look forward to hanging out with my parents. In high school, I would try to spend as little time at home on the weekends as possible. I always felt like, oh, if I'm home on the weekends, I'm not doing something right. I should be out and about and having fun with my friends. But in college, when I came home for breaks, I really just wanted to spend time with them. Like there's not that much time, especially if you move away after college from your parents or if they move away from you. There's not that much time besides holidays to see them. And so I just came to value that time so much more, and I would have never expected that from high school Catherine. In college, I started to like being alone. I started to like going out and about without other people, like running errands on my own, going grocery shopping, studying alone, walking to the dining hall, eating alone. Like I felt so much more comfortable going to events without needing a +1 or an invite or a friend to go with me. And that is so powerful, because think about all the opportunities you're gonna miss out on if you can't find someone that also wants to do them with you. You wanna be your own person, you wanna do what people aren't doing. That's gonna set you apart, that's gonna get you ahead. And so the quicker you can take yourself out on little dinner dates and treat yourself to little solo adventures, the faster you're gonna mature, and that's really what you want. I also really importantly recognize that self-care is essential. In high school, I was really all about the hustle, about the grind. I knew I wanted to get into good college. I knew I wanted this ACT score. I knew I wanted this many AP classes, and I knew I wanted this grade point. And I just pushed myself so hard. I never let myself relax, whether it was a Friday night, whether it was a Sunday, whatever day of the week it was, I was always gonna push myself to be productive. And in college, I always achieved the best grades and unlocked the best opportunities when I was taking care of myself and prioritizing myself and my mental health and my physical health. And I know that that's gonna carry me for decades, being able to take care of myself and support my own health. And I know sometimes, especially on a college campus, it's hard to get access to these health services. That's why I want to quickly shout out BetterHelp. It's a better way to access therapists and mental health professionals. They're all licensed. You sign up, there's a little questionnaire. Link is down in the description to begin that process. And then they pair you with someone in less than 24 hours, so you're not waiting like 8 weeks like it is at the college health center. And then you can do phone calls, you can do video calls, you can do texts if you wanted to. And it's straight up only $35 a week, which is an investment. But again, like I said, the #1 investment you should be making at all times is in yourself and in your health. Hopefully you all know how passionate I am about mental health and supporting that. I've used the service when I've needed it, and it is so essential to have someone on the other end that knows how to support you through mental health challenges and anything you're going through. So yeah, definitely encourage you to go check out BetterHelp. I'm so glad I was able to partner with them on this video. In high school, I remember being very secretive about what I wanted to do in the future. I remember trying to cover up that I wanted to go to Duke, and I remember covering up, you know, what I was doing for the SATs or the ACTs or what exams I was taking or what I was studying for, just because I thought if other people heard about that, it would just put so much pressure on me to go ahead and achieve those things, or they would take it from me, or just something would go downhill. So I kept it all inside of me. In college, I realized it's so important to manifest those goals and those dreams and those wishes. Once I started telling everyone like, hey, I want to work for Disney someday, someone would say, hey, I met someone at a club meeting last week that works at Disney. Do you want to go get coffee with him? And I'd say, sure. Or they'd say, hey, I know you want to work at Disney. A speaker is coming to class next week. You should join. People would just start flooding in these things because they just thought when they heard of Disney, oh, that's what Catherine wants to do. So if you can make it known like, hey, I want to go to med school, or hey, I want to join the walk-on basketball team, like whatever you want to do in college or after college, speak those into existence. That probably makes me sound like I'm into collecting crystals, but seriously, in a practical way, vocally committing to your goals keeps you accountable, and other people will just start trickling them in, I swear to you. I became, and this is so surprising, I became more generous in college. I do not consider myself like a very kind person, like a very giving person. But in college, I began to recognize how much these little acts of kindness do add up. Like when my roommate would bring home little desserts that she had at her club meeting, it would just make me so happy. It was like a little pick-me-up, a little treat. If someone would go ahead and, you know, pick up my mail, or if they would bring my bike key to me because I forgot it. Those things in college, when you're running around all over campus and trying to handle 19 things at once, that just eases so much of the stress. And so I began to give those things out. If someone covered one of my shifts as a tour guide, I would buy them a little cookie or a treat, or you know, bake them something. Or if someone tutored me for a test, I would make sure to invite them to some sort of fun event on the weekend. Like, I became so much less stingy with like, I can't spend $5 on that and I can't spend $15 on that. Treating someone to lunch, treating someone to dinner, you might spend like 12, 15 bucks, but it's gonna feel like 30, 40 in terms of like happiness, if you can convert dollars into happiness. For those of you that are in college or were in college, please leave down below like the biggest change in yourself you've recognized. I want people to understand that college does grow you. I definitely think that college was the biggest source of growth in my entire life, and I want to know if that's the same for you all. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video, supporting me. If you want to go ahead and give this a like and subscribe, that would mean the most to me. That'd be the best Christmas gift of all time. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and Katherout.